Yo, what's good YouTube? Jayden here, dating coach. And in this video today, I will teach you how to flirt. This video is going to be straightforward, to the point, no BS. So let's get into the video straight away, okay? Straight away, let's just get into it, okay? In my online mentoring program, I have a 2-month online mentoring program. I teach flirting as a part of the program. There is a series of classes that I have on flirting that will take you from 0 to hero when it comes to flirting. What I use is something called the conversational compass. This is my teaching method. On the screen right now, you can see the conversational compass. The beauty of the conversational compass is I'm able, in my classes online, to teach you how to flirt through this compass, okay? And the compass is good for beginners, guys who don't know anything about flirting, guys who are intermediate, who have some kind of knowledge about flirting, and guys who are advanced and want to brush up on some flirting techniques, and so on and so forth, okay? And so without further ado, let's start with helping you guys, the beginners watching this video, on how to flirt, okay? Now, the problem is this. If you're a beginner and you don't know how to flirt, the problem is this. You are most of the time stuck in interview mode, okay? You meet a girl in a bar, you meet a girl during the daytime, or you're on a date, whether it's from Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, whatever, friend of a friend, and all you're doing is you're interviewing the girl. So what do you like to do for work? Where do you live? What are your hobbies? Where did you grow up? You're just asking questions and you're stuck in interview mode. Now, women, they are emotional and they like to get taken on what's called an emotional roller coaster. So they want their emotions to go up and down. So there's peaks and there's valleys. And when you're stuck in interview mode, you're basically flatlined. You're just interview question after interview question, after interview question, after interview question, and there is no peaks and valleys, okay? And so in today's video, I'm gonna help you introduce some peaks and valleys. And so let's take a look at the conversational compass, okay? And I will explain it in the most basic way, just for beginners. So on the top, okay, on the top, you have positive. All the way up on the top, you have positive. On the right, you have silly. Down below, you have the letter N. It stands for negative. And then on the left, you have serious. Then you have different subcategories, okay, within these different areas of the conversational compass. On the bottom right, you have you and her. And then on the bottom left, you have question and statement. In the middle, okay, you can see under positive, you have extreme, you have OTT, which stands for over the top, you have edgy, and you have safe, okay? Now, for example, let's take positive on the top, just on the top there, it says positive. You can be extremely positive, okay? You can be positively over the top. You can be positive and edgy at the same time. You can be positive and very, very safe, okay? You can be silly in an extreme way. You can be silly in an over-the-top way. You can be edgy in an over-the-top way. And you can be safe in a silly way, okay? You can also be negative in an extreme way. You can be over-the-top negative, edgy negative, safe negative, seriously extreme, over the top serious, edgy serious, or safe serious. Now you guys get the basic gist, okay? Now, without complicating this motherfucking video, I want to go into the different subcategories, okay? Now, when you guys go on dates, you are interview question after interview question after interview question. What you're missing is those different little subcategories. You're not teasing the girl. You're not negging the girl. You're not self-deprecating. You're not sarcastic. You're not accusing her of anything. You're not being silly. You're not misinterpreting her. You're not creating cool stories. You're not skeptical of her. You're not vulnerable. You don't have personal boundaries, okay? And I'm gonna teach you a little bit on how to do that today in this video, okay? And so let's take some of my favorites, all right? Some of my favorites is the self-aggrandizing, okay? It's on the top right on your screen. It says self-aggrandizing, okay? I like to blow myself out of proportion. And so I might tell a girl, I'm the best ever. I'm the best at what I do. I'm the best guy you'll ever meet. Okay? There's nobody better than me. That's self-aggrandizing. That's blowing yourself out of proportion. Okay? You can do this in a positive way. You can be like, I'm the best. Okay? Or you can do it in a serious way. I'm the best. Or you can do it in a silly way. I'm the best. You guys get the point. You see what I mean? You can do role plays with the girl. Okay? One of my favorite role plays with the girl is the Bonnie and Clyde role play. Most girls know what Bonnie and Clyde is. Basically, Bonnie and Clyde is a couple that went around the world robbing banks. That's what they did. And so I tell the girl, hey, listen, I'm Clyde, you're Bonnie. Let's get some action rolling. Let's go to that establishment and steal a bottle and go to the beach and drink the bottle or something like that, right? So I'm role playing with the girl. Even in the bedroom, she can be your maiden and you can be the master and servant. Those are role plays, okay? Are you introducing role plays into your conversation? Okay? Another one is teasing, okay? Let's say a girl says, I'm a lawyer. Most of you guys are like, oh, so, okay, cool, you're a lawyer. What's that like? What's being a lawyer like? I would be like telling her, okay, you're a lawyer, so you're going to interrogate me now. I'm teasing her. Oh, so you're going to interrogate me now. Is that what you're going to do? Or you could tell if a girl says, I'm a lawyer, you could say, oh, well, then I know who to call if I'm ever in trouble. If I'm ever put in handcuffs, I know who to call. You know what I'm saying? Every single opportunity every single time a girl gives you an answer, it's an opportunity to be silly, to be serious, to be positive, to be negative, to tease her. Okay? You can be skeptical of the girl. Okay? For example, you can be not sure about her. Not really sure about you. Or you can be skeptical of your relationship with the girl. I'm not really sure about us. I don't know if we would get along. Like, I'm very serious. You're very silly. I know it's the opposite and opposites attract, but I'm not quite sure. I don't know if this is really gonna work out. You can be skeptical of her. You can be skeptical of the situation. You can be self-deprecating. Okay, back in the day when I used to live in Sweden, I used to have this joke that I used all the time in the clubs. I would tell the girls, what would I say? I would say, girls, or if there was one girl or girls, I would make the joke to groups and I would make the joke even if I was alone with the girl. So I would be, hey girl or girls, right? And I'd talk in front of everybody. And I'd be like, girls, you see I'm black, right? And they go, yeah, you're black. Yeah, obviously. Duh. And I'd be like, but down below, I got a little one. And they all start laughing. I'd be like, no, seriously, it's like my pinky. Touch the pinky, touch it. It's small. Imagine, this is what I got working with. You know what I mean? I'd self-deprecate, okay? I got a small weenie. I'd make small weenie jokes. You see what I'm saying? Okay? You can be vulnerable, okay? And so what's an act of vulnerability? You can tell the girl in the middle of a date or in the middle of a conversation, hey, you know what I've been really struggling with lately? Or this thing has been really hard for me. Or I have to be really honest with you. And then you open your heart and you say something that's vulnerable and honest, okay? You can use empathy. You can take your time to really listen to her and to give great answers to the things that she says. Okay? Most of you guys are already good at that, because if you're interviewing girls, you're basically sitting there and you're listening and you're being empathetic, okay? You can create deep rapport. You can ask her about her childhood, where she grew up, and really dive deep into that, okay? You can give her compliments. You're the most gorgeous girl in the club. Or you're the best date I had in a long time. You can call to action. You can make a call to action. You can say, hey, let's go dancing. Let's go have fun. Let's go. Call to action. Right now, let's go on a date. Give me your phone number. Let's make something happen. That's call to action. You're calling her to take action. Now, I want to take a moment to talk about negativity. A lot of you guys lack negative statements in your conversations. Okay, I'll give you an example. Okay, from my personal life. If I'm ever out with a girl in a bar, in a restaurant, in a club, or somewhere in public, there's always something negative that I'm able to find about the environment. Okay, and I express that to the girl. I tell the girl, listen, this fucking music sucks. This DJ's trash. This food is not good. Okay? And I'm honest. So I'm not like randomly negative. But there's always, if you think about it, there's always something to be negative about, right? And so I am honestly negative about the things that are happening to me. So we might be dancing in a club, be like, man, fuck this music. I don't like this music. Okay? Or you could be negative in a way where you call her out. You're full of shit. You're not really doing the things that you're saying. Okay? Or you're acting high and mighty, but you're not really all that. You know what I mean? And so the point here is this. And this is what I teach my clients. You don't want to stick on something. Most guys are good with something. They're good at being silly. They're good at being positive. They're good at being negative. Or they're good at teasing or role playing or telling cool stories. Okay, you can tell the girl cool stories. You know, that one time when I was in Dubai, or I drove this supercar, I did this cool thing. Okay, you're able to do one thing or maybe two things. But you want to become a master of all of these things, and you want to cycle through them when you're spending time with the girl until you get the girl. So, example. I might tell the girl a cool story. Hey, you know that time when I was in Dubai, this and this and this happened. And she's like, oh, wow, that's amazing. Then in the next moment, right? Because I don't want to stick on a thing for a long time. You want to basically take something, run with it for a minute or two, and then switch to the next emotion. 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 And you want to do that over and over and over and over again, okay? So again, I might tell her a cool story. Oh, you know that one time when I was in Dubai, blah, 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 blah. Finish my story. Then I go to the next emotion. And you know what? This fucking music sucks. This DJ is trash. I don't like this place. Then I might make a call to action. You know what? Let's get out of here. Let's go to the next bar. Then on the way, I might tease her and say, oh, you're a lawyer, right? She's like, yeah, I'm a lawyer. All right. So you're going to interrogate me now. Right? You see how it's constantly cycling. Then we have a little banter about the lawyer thing. And then I go to future adventures. Hey, you know what? If me and you were to travel to Thailand, and me and you were alone in a room in Thailand or Bali, overlooking the ocean, what are some things that you would like me to do to you in that room? Right now, future adventures. And then I can be maybe making some backhanded comment. She's like, oh, I would like you to, do missionary with me. And I'll be like, that's boring. You're a boring girl. I don't know. And then I jump to the next thing, skepticism. I don't really know if we would get along. I don't really know. Missionary? Like, what about doggy? Like, I like a doggy girl. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then I might be vulnerable in the next moment. So I'm from moment to moment to moment, right? Because you got to let a moment play itself out. For example, if you're like, giving her a compliment. Like, you gotta let it play itself out. If you're telling a story, it's a moment, and then when the moment finishes, then you jump to the next thing. Okay? So basically, then I might be empathetic. Hey, you know what? We've been hanging out for a while, but like, I want to get to know you a little bit deeper. So where did you grow up? What was your childhood like? That's empathy combined with deep rapport. So now I'm getting to know her. And then once we finish the getting to know each other, then I jump to self-aggrandizing. You know, I'm probably the best date you ever had. Or let's not use the word probably. I am the best date you ever had. Who have you ever had this much fun with? I'm amazing. You're blessed. You're lucky to be with me. Okay? Then I might go into some self-deprecation. Once we finish that moment, I might be like, you know what? I'm black. She's like, duh, obviously, but I got a little, you know. So when we come back home together, don't be surprised. And the girl's like, ah. And you're like, touch it, touch it. This is what I get working with. And then she touches your pinky and you go through all of that, right? Then you might qualify her, okay? Then you might qualify her. You know what? I met a lot of girls, but what's really like, tell me 2 good things about you. Like, why should I spend more time with you, right? So you're qualifying her. Now you're making herself work to be with you. Does that make sense? So now she has to justify why she has to hang out with you. Now, again, this is incredibly difficult to teach on YouTube. I do this through a series of classes in my online mentoring program. But the main point that I want to tell you guys here is, when I have a client one-on-one, we role play everything. We role play them being silly. We role play them being positive. We role play them being serious. We role play them teasing. We role play them negging the girl, being sarcastic, future adventures, accusing the girl. You can accuse her of things. You know what? This is you invited me to the worst bar ever. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. I teach guys how to misinterpret things, okay? I teach guys how to be serious. I teach guys how to have empathy, how to be vulnerable, how to have personal boundaries. You can tell girls, hey, you know what? I didn't like the way you did that. You know, with other guys, you can act like that, but with me, no, right? So I teach men how to have personal boundaries as well. How to role play, create future adventures, self-aggrandize, self-deprecate, and so on and so forth, okay? And this is what I do in my online mentoring program. And I drill the guys. In the middle of the call, sometimes we have classes on other subjects, right? On how to get dates, how to have great dates, how to work your phone numbers, text game. Everything's included in my program. But sometimes I pause the other classes and I'm like, I'm a lawyer. What's your response? And the guy goes, oh. So then I know who to call when I'm in trouble, right? I'm like, I'm a girl, we're on a date, future adventure, hit me right now. Tell me a future adventure, right? So even when we're doing other stuff, I randomly pause the other stuff and I'm like, oh, give me an answer right now. Give me an answer right now. Give me an answer right now. I might be talking about, like, for example, a guy might be asking me in my program, hey, I met this girl. We're currently texting. This is my issue. You are the coach. What's the answer to the issue? I'll be like, okay, cool. The answer to this issue is pause. 10 seconds. We're on a date. Role play. I'm the girl. You're the guy. Role play. And the client goes, okay, so Bonnie and Clyde, blah, 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 and he goes off on this tangent. So I'm constantly quizzing guys. I'm trying to hit you from all angles, catch you off guard, because the real life is so unpredictable. Super, super unpredictable. You meet girls everywhere. You meet girls randomly. Super unpredictable. So I'm always interrupting other classes, or I might be like out with a couple of guys, taking them to a nightclub. And I'm like, okay, I'm about to give you feedback on your approach that you have with that girl. But quickly, before I give you feedback, I'm on a date with you. Tease me right now. I'm hitting you. I'm hitting you because flirting is spontaneous. So I'm pattern interrupting you all the fucking time. I'm destroying you. I'm like hitting you with shit all the fucking time. Because I want you to master all of these things. I want you to master deep rapport, telling cool stories, having great dates, teasing girls, being sarcastic, having future adventures, role-playing, being positive, silly, over the edge, extreme, safe. I teach you how to be safe with women, okay? Now, that's all I wanted to say in this video today, because this video is kind of turning into a rant. I make these videos because I love you guys. If you like this video, you want to receive more videos about flirting, comment down below, like the video, subscribe, and holla back at your boy. I see you guys in that next video. Peace.